Well, Runes, great to catch up with you. Let's just say it's been a hectic schedule game-wise, hasn't it, over the last few weeks? With that in mind, how glad have you been to get the lads in for a full week of training?
Really pleased. I think the games we had, I think we didn't have a training session in 2.5 weeks. To get the stuff into the lads, it's difficult just doing it on a tactics board and actually not doing it out there on a training pitch. So it's been good to finally get some stuff into the legs and some ideas into the heads as well going into the game Saturday.
You mentioned about getting ideas into the players' heads. How receptive have they been?
Been brilliant. Like, we know with this group, and you tell them, they give it 110%. I knew that coming into the job. I know what they're like. I know what the bunch of lads are. The lads have come in. I know pretty much a lot about them as well. So I knew that wouldn't be an issue. We take everything on board. We tell them, me and the staff. So no, it's been a really good week. Been pleasing.
We've got just over a week, haven't we, until the first league game of the season. With that in mind, how happy are you with the squad in general at present?
Really happy. Listen, there's always room for improvement. So we'll always be looking if the right player does come up. But right now, we're happy with what we've got. I think we're going into the first game, really positive. So that's a good sign for us. But as I say, with the squad and players-wise, if the right player comes along, I'm sure we will be interested. But we don't want to rush into it and bring in the wrong players in.
Before that first game, of course, we've got a big test, haven't we, on Saturday? What do you hope to get out of the game?
Yeah, we've obviously changed the game last minute, because Derby was sending young lads and we didn't really want that. We didn't want it to be, I'm not saying it would have been an easy task, but I want it to be a bit of a challenge going into that first game. I want it to be a challenge. And I think, Manchester City U21s will be a challenge, as we've seen with Man United 21s. So that'll be a good game, be a good task for us. It'll be different. You'd expect them to be really comfortable on the ball, dominate the ball, but it's a challenge for us to go and show what we can do as well.
Now, obviously, you're not going to tell me, and I don't expect you to, but in your head, have you got an idea? Have you started 11 for workstoppers yet?
I think in my head, yeah. But listen, as I've told the lads from day one, anyone who's doing well in the team, play for me. Having just got that's my team. I'm going to need every one of them throughout the season. So what the team starts with in the season won't be what it finishes with. The season's going to have a lot of ups and downs. We're going to have injuries, suspensions. I'm just telling the lads, once you get in that team, make it impossible for me to take that shirt back off you. Keep that shirt, keep your place in that starting 11. And
just finally, we brought Francis Jeffers into the club today. What do you think he can bring to us?
A wealth of experience. He's been the last 2 training sessions, getting stuff into the forwards. He's really experienced. I've worked under him at Oldham. He was one of my coaches at Oldham. I've known him for a while. I've known him since he was a baby. So someone who's going to be experienced for me. It's someone it's brand new to me. So I've got a shoulder there who I can go to and peg his head, drive in with him. So we're talking football. I think it'd be a good one for me to learn off as well. I'll be learning on the job, as they say. So it'd be a good one for me to have Franny round, and I think the likes of Andy Narge as well, to learn off him and get ideas off him. But I think he'd be a great addition to it. I can see off them first 2 sessions, I see the lads are paying, when he's speaking, they're listening. It's like they're paying attention to his detail. Some of the detail he's given them is really good, and I think it'll only benefit us.